Charlie Bombalier. Sounds of Silence. Sounds of Silence. Charlie Bombalier.
Did you hear it? Listen closely. Can you hear the little boy whimpering, "May I have a glass of water, please?"
Slap, slap, slap. How many times do I have to tell you to call me sir? Slap, slap, slap.
As the 8-year-old boy falls to the floor, knowing only that another face slapping session is beginning. Mr. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests. He is pulled by the hair to his feet, ordered to strip. The command is given to kneel. Although he knows that he cannot win this battle, he tries to resist the order.
Slap, slap, slap. And it goes on and on and on, and to utter frustration, a mighty slap on both cheeks
Drops him to his knees.
A while later, he's pulled up again, dragged to the closet, shoved in,
With only a bucket and a roll of toilet paper to keep him company.
the door is slammed, and on all fours he crawls to the front to see the last sliver of light under the door.
Into that too it's sealed, leaving him with such total darkness he cannot see his hand in front of his face. 1 hour, 3, 6 hours go by, but time has stopped with this little boy. He no longer knows if it's day or night. The sound of his own heartbeat terrifies him. His breathing becomes a roar. His prayers unanswered. His will broken. Demons fill him with fear. He crawls to the end of the closet, and in a fetal position begins the endless flow of tears. The boy was not abducted by a stranger. Fate dropped him in the loving hands of his uncle, a sadistic pedophile priest. And that's just the beginning. When the devil enters the priest's soul, he will whip that boy until he looked like a zebra with red stripes. Other times, he would make him stand in a corner, naked, for endless hours, with his arms behind his head, his mouth washed out with soap if he said the wrong things. Humiliated in front of his friends, the priest's friends, that found it amusing to see a child being abused. The boy's name was Carlos. He endured these brutalities, mental, physical, sexual abuse from the age of 7 to the age of 14. Until finally, a kind aunt rescued him. His mental anguish was such that he even changed his own name for a new start in life. His uncle, the priest, ran a boarding school for troubled teen boys and girls. He was forced to watch the unspeakable beatings of these kids with no regard to modesty for either sex. In his nightmares, he can still hear the anguished screams of these teens along with his own screams. His name was always on his mind until he finally changed his name. That was his new beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a true story. Carlos has given me permission to go public with this. Why? Awareness of childhood abuse. Childhood abuse is a hidden epidemic in the United States. Over 6 million cases of child abuse are reported each year. And that's not including the religious and private boarding schools. Abuse is rampant in these institutions. Many of them are not licensed, nor are they regulated. They have become a multi-billion-dollar industry. America has one of the worst records of child abuse in industrialized nations. What are the consequences of child abuse? Drug abuse, alcohol abuse, suicide, perpetual mental anguish, and worst of all, becoming an abuser themselves. So how can we stop this abuse? It is the responsibility of each and every individual. Your responsibility, my responsibility, to be vigilant of child abuse and report it to the authorities. Abuse in these institutions can be stopped like that by the politicians, but we must demand it of them. The calling is urgent. Thousands will never be able to walk the victory march. For them, life has turned into a cold and broken hallelujah. Does that mean that an abused child cannot grow up to be a functional adult, contributing to society? Not so. Remember Carlos? He changed his name? He changed his name to Charlie Bombalier. Mr. Doesn't.